everyone. Welcome to Feast in the Middle East. My name is Blanche, and that's pronounced the French way, as in Blanche. Everyone has their version of their favorite chicken noodle soup. Well, I've got my version that I'd love to share with you. You could find this recipe and all other information on feastinthemiddleeast.com. What I'm going to teach you about is a delicious dish called maftoul. This is what maftoul is. In the Middle Eastern world, it is a hand-rolled pasta. Maftoul literally means rolled because back in the day, the old ladies would be rolling this stuff by hand and it would take forever. But now it's great with modern technology. You could buy this at virtually any Middle Eastern store and they come in bags like this. So it's easy to cook and it's really versatile as well. We're going to make this soup that my mom used to make for me all the time, especially when I wasn't feeling very good. It would instantly lift my spirits. What I'm going to do is start by sauteing some chicken. Now, you can make this soup with lamb, but I like it with chicken because it's more like a chicken noodle soup. I have some cut up chicken here. I do prefer dark meat. It's more flavorful and juicy. It's been seasoned with allspice and salt and pepper. And I'm going to just pan fry it very quickly because people like my sister, for example, always nags, I hate boiled chicken, it tastes nasty. Okay, fine. Well, this is how you make it taste good. You brown it in the pan a little bit in olive oil before you transfer it to the soup. That way you get a nice, robust brown chicken instead of just boiled chicken. The spices that we're going to add to the soup are very unique. We've got allspice. Contrary to the name allspice, this is not like a million spices. This is just one spice. It looks like a large peppercorn. We're going to put this whole in the soup. We're also going to put bay leaf and we're going to put a cinnamon stick. Now, I don't like cinnamon very much in savory food. I like it more in my apple pie, just like every other American. But in the soup, I'm just going to put a tiny bit. This is just like a half a stick of cinnamon right here that we're going to put in there. So bay leaf, cinnamon, allspice, and another neat thing about this soup, which my mom does differently, it's a regional thing really, is the addition of tomato paste to make the soup more tomato-y. That's done more in the West Bank town of Bethlehem, whereas places like Ramallah, which is just a few miles away, they do away with the tomato paste, they don't add any of it to it. So here we are, we're browning the chicken. We're going to make it super brown. And another nice shortcut that I have, check this out. I use this pitcher to instantly boil the water, and I'm going to add this to make the soup stock. It makes it a lot faster. Now, maftoul is also known as couscous. You know, in Morocco, they use a smaller version of the grain, which is really small. But this is a larger version. It's a larger grain. And you could buy whole wheat versions, you could buy white. I'm using white just because my kids like it better, but you could use whole wheat version as well. So this is almost brown, and we're going to transfer it to this pot right here. Let me get the pot going with the spices while this is browning. So here we go. We've got the pot. I'm just going to add this boiling water here. Okay, here we go. And you know what? You could put as much water as you want. This is going to be a soup. So if you want more soup, you add more. If you want less, add less. And this is where my mom's touch comes in. It's a tomato paste. I'm only going to put about 2 tablespoons, 2 heaping tablespoons. Actually, let me add a little bit more. I like mine really tomato based. We're going to add the bay leaf right here, and we're going to add the cinnamon stick. And now what we're going to do is stir it up. I'm going to transfer, oh, and also you don't want to forget the allspice, okay? We're going to put that in there. You can strain all of this afterwards. Because this video is short, I don't have time to strain it, but you get the idea. So we're going to take the chicken, we're going to transfer it in here, right here. I would like it browned a little more, but again, this is a short video, so we're going to just make do with what we've got. This is going to make an amazing chicken stock, very robust in flavor. And while that's boiling in the back, we're going to transfer this out of here. We're going to transfer this here to let the soup boil. We're going to actually use this soup to make the maftoul. So what I have here in this saucepan is about 2 tablespoons of butter. You can add more, you could add less, depending on, don't do this to me now. Better start. Okay, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to improvise. We're going to put this right here because this guy's not cooperating with me. Anyway, so we've got some butter that I've melted here. This is going to be for the maftoul. Here I have about 2 cups. We're going to add it to it. And we're also going to add the onion. Actually, this is something that I should have added to the soup. We're going to add about half of this minced onion to the soup, and we're going to put the other half in with the maftoul to flavor both. And to the soup, I'm also going to add about 5 cloves of garlic. This has been minced, but you could put whole garlic as well. We always like a lot of garlic. That's what really gives it, I feel, the medicinal properties. So we're going to let that boil here. We're going to stir the maftoul to make it nutty and fragrant before we add any chicken stock to it. So I'm just going to keep stirring it till it's browned. And basically what I do is I add the stock directly from here to here. While this is browning, I'm going to add some chickpeas to the stock. So here we go. We're going to add some chickpeas. And you can add any vegetables that you want. You could add, I've done butternut squash, I've put zucchini in there. It's a great way to sneak the veggies in, especially for the kids if they're not really into vegetables. It's a great way to sneak it in. So here we go, we're going to saute this. And what I do is I take like a stainless steel cup, like this, and I'll transfer it directly from the broth to the maftoul. So after the broth has boiled for a good 30 minutes, the flavors are all combined and it's really rich tasting. But right now I'm just going to do this for the sake of the program. I'm going to add even more of the onion. I want to strain out these bay leaf here. Here's one. You want to do 2 parts water to 1 part of the maftoul. So we're going to add that here. You could. I like to use the whole allspice instead of the powdered because it gives more flavor. You could also take it out in the end. So basically what the maftoul looks like, here we go. We're going to let it boil. Once it boils, you want to simmer it on low heat with the cover on. So we're going to get a cover right here. So we're going to simmer that on low heat. And you want to know what it looks like in the end? Well, I've got that for you, thankfully. Looks just like this. You see that? If you could smell this now, it's got this beautiful tomato flavor. It's got chicken from the stock. It's got the onions. It is divine. And the way you serve this dish is you put it on the plate like this. You put a little portion for each person, like this. Then you ladle the soup on top and you put the chicken on top of that. Oh, this smells amazing. I can't wait to plate this. So I've got my maftoul here, and for each person you want to make sure you get a nice portion of chicken. Look at that. And then you ladle all the soup. You got all the chickpeas, all the spices and onions. I think the cameramen are ready to break for lunch right now. So I just want to say thanks for joining me, sauteing, which means good health in Arabic. Join me again. You could check us out at feastinthemiddleeast.com.